What's up, my H-barbarians? My apologies, I wasn't able to make a video for you all yesterday in a time where actually, I needed to make a video because we did see a day before breakout above the 382, and we were essentially saying when we break out above the 382, of course, then flip it into support, and that's when we know that we're going to head into this 050 and this 0618, this golden pocket anywhere between there. However, we need to take into consideration where the 55 EMA is, and that's actually slightly below the 618. And that wick, this is going to act like a second layer of defense. So even if you pump above it, it's not you're not out of the woods. Doesn't mean, oh, we're 100% bullish. You need to come back and hold it as support. And these are some examples. You've got 3 examples here where you did get above it and quickly went back under, and you weren't being shown the 55 constantly being held as support. You have one here where you have a big wick, but I've told you many times on the channel, if I haven't told you in the H-bar videos, it's because you haven't been tuning into the Bitcoin updates. So that's what you guys need to do every day. Follow the Bitcoin updates, then watch your H-bar video. It's going to be way more informative, and if you know what's going on with Bitcoin, then you know what's going on with crypto, so you will know what's going on with H-bar. So in the Bitcoin videos, when we have such significant wicks like this to the downside and downtrends, then we know usually most of the time it's going to get filled, and you eventually filled it in, came all the way to the bottom. So if you're coming down to fill this wick in, you're going to be below these EMAs. So you came down, held this as support, but held that as resistance. As remember, what is the 55? It's like a double brick wall. It's like a second layer of defense. So you didn't hold it support, you fell back under, but you held the 20 as support. So that's actually bullish. It means we should go up. But what is going to stop us from going up? That second layer of defense, the 55 over here. So yeah, nice rejections. Over here, you got above it. Wow, amazing. You did hold it as support once. Let's see us break this high next for us to be certain we're going up. Did you break the wick over here? No. Did you lose this wick over here? Yes. So the signal is down. That's simply all you have to do. Wait for a breakout, broke out, pull back. It's held it as support. Okay. If it's going to continue up, it should not go below this wick. If it's going to continue up, it should go above this wick. So if it's not going up above that and it's going below this, it's not going up, it's going down. And that's your signal of a fake out. So over here, if we zoom into what's going on now on the daily time frame, that's essentially what we got. We pumped above it. Now let's see us hold it as support. The direct next day, you did not hold it as support. There's 2 styles of trading. Personally, I'm a pullback trader. There's also breakout traders, but this is the riskier one. So this is what people in yesterday's trade would have, if you're a breakout trader, you would have had your trade invalidated. If you're a pullback trader, you'd have been waiting to see if this red candle had closed above the support, and then the next day you would have waited for the break above this wick or this wick, the lower wick. That's obviously holding the 20, but of course it didn't. We didn't get that scenario. But again, as long as you're holding above this wick over here, as we've been saying over the last few days, it's going to give us another opportunity to go ahead and break it. But again, we don't like wicks to the upside or fake outs. If we put these 2 candles together, they would be these 2 candles here, or one of them, of course. So let's go to the 2-day time frame. Oh, of course, it always happens. 3-day time frame. Okay, there you go. It's so annoying when it's pairing this one with that one and this one with that one. But if we put these 2 on top of each other, you can see you opened here and closed here. So you have to imagine the thinnest of bodies. Let me try and draw one with the box. So this is your body of the candle, and from this point to there, that's your wick. And then you do have some wicks under, so from this point to there, that's your wick. So that would be your candlestick, essentially. I know it's ugly, but that, and you can see that looks exactly like this red one as well as this green one. It's more like the red one, but that's a shooting star. So putting these 2 together, you have a shooting star, so a sell signal essentially. But as long as we're remaining above this specific wick for H-bar, when we go over to the 4 hour, you'll see this a bit clearer. It's that wick down there. We pumped, had another fake out, but again, you did not lose it. So it's going to give you another chance at breaking it. Did we break the high? No. So it's going to give you another chance at losing it. If we don't break it, it's going to give you another chance of going up. Do you understand how we're trapped between this and this? But our true resistance is the head and shoulders, essentially, because you got above it and you came back under and you flipped exactly where you felt resistance at first and rejected it, formed this right shoulder, you pumped above it, fell back under, held support here. So if you find support, we need to go to the top of the range. Well, when we found support here, where did we come from? Not where did we go, where did we come from? We came from right there where we found resistance. So we pumped from the support into the resistance, found a higher low, a new support. So when we made this higher high, you should hold support over here. Failing to do so, you should hold support here. You did. So now you're going to run into this resistance, as this was the fake out. So you need to prove that this was a fake out. So it was a fake out, it's come back down, and you proved it was a fake out by rejecting the true resistance, and then you went lower than this low because you already rejected it, and then you rejected that, showing that we are not bullish. We formed a lower high, next move lower low, and lost the low. So again, here, is this a higher high? No. So we're going to come back down to here, we're going to bounce in the short term, and of course this is going to be the scenario where we could be coming lower. If this holds, you will not see this potential M pattern forming. If it holds, you will not see this. If it fails to hold, remember, it's all about this wick over here, let's just say 4.8 cent. If you lose that, coming back down, okay? Hold it, wait, this is the 4 hour, but I'm watching for the daily candle closes. So yeah, during a 4 hour period, you might be down there, but before the daily candle close, you might be back up here. And again, as long as we're above this, it's going to give us another attempt at breaking it. But this most recent signal is bearish. This daily candle is not nice. So going forward, this is the only thing stopping us. And then it's back to the 236. That is, of course, support. So your 382 is your resistance. The 236 is your support. When you fail to get above the 236, you come in, the 382, you come back down to the 236. This is what's stopping you at the moment. That can send us back above. If we ever see this flipped into support, which I wish we saw with this red candle, if it had held this green line, then it's upwards and onwards to this golden pocket. But we did not get that proof. And again, on this channel, we are reactors. Let's prepare for both scenarios. No, I'm not going to be the guy saying it's only going up, or it's only going down. I'll be like, we are bearish, and I'm explaining why we are bearish. So we should continue lower, but I'll also show you how we get out of this situation, and I always do so. So for example, how do we flip Hbar bullish, which is something we always go through in the Bitcoin updates. So remember, and we've been saying in the previous Hbar videos, that we have this shoulder, head, and shoulder, and we need to take out this shoulder for us to have a go at this, which is our range high. However, when you even get to the range high, you're going to reject it. So you have to pray we find support somewhere. So our range low, we can't go back under that, and then have another go at breaking the range high. So it's not about reclaiming here. And at the moment, it's resistance. So in actual fact, it shouldn't do this move. But again, that's what I'm trying to get at. I'll tell you guys how we would get out, but also making you understand it's not the likely scenario. It shouldn't happen because, again, when you make a lower low, any pump is a lower high. So you need to take out where the capitulation began. If you're not taking this out, we're continuing lower because we have bearish patterns valid. Of course, you can go up, but you need to understand, again, there's a lot of resistances. If you want to, at first you'll reject it, then you'd have to pray to find a higher low, take that out, then hold this as support, would flip that into a green box. Now we're back at the range low. So going forward, this is our range high. So we need to take that out. We need to get above that right shoulder, flip that into support, get up there. And again, you'll get rejected from this point, whether you come back all the way to the range low or to this golden pocket, then have another go at going up. But from here you should go down, from here you should go down, from here you should go down. So yeah, that's why, although that's the way we flip things bullish, again, it's not the way things should go ever since making a lower low below this initial green box. Now it's red, of course, because it's resistance, but before it was consistently holding as support until that FTX event. So external factor, of course, but you need to take that into consideration. The crypto was no longer lovey-dovey, going up because of a bottom signal. As you can see, this was outside of everyone's control. So it's invalidated all the bottom signals where in the past were correct. So every time it flashed, it was the bottom or it was the top. Now in this case it was, and we were going sideways since May all the way until November. So for a good amount of time, 5 months. But of course, and that's what you need to do. You need to accumulate for 5 to 6 months to start reversing. And we almost saw this bullish cross, which we saw on quite a few alts, but not for Hbar. And yeah, essentially that without seeing a bullish cross, you did not see one here. You call something called a slingshot or throwback, essentially slingshot motion. EMA repel, they don't cross over. You don't get your bullish cross. This is not bullish. It will sling you back down in your downtrend. We got above it here, almost forming the bullish cross. Will sling you back down in a downtrend because we did an EMA repel. So now you've done your EMA repel. Let's retest the EMAs because we've repelled, we've ran away from the EMAs, we're too far away. We need to reaccumulate, exhaust, because you know we can't zoom for the rest of our lives. We can't go at full throttle for the rest of our lives. So we need to refuel the car and then we can carry on our journey. Do you understand? This is how trading works. I wish it was a straight line down and a straight line up, but it ain't. It's staircase down, or staircase up. And so that's why I need to understand you've made your first initial move down and everyone's getting excited with this. I wish I was too, but I'm not gonna fool myself. I'm expecting a push down from here. If it, again, I've already shown you the bullish path, but it's not the expectation. If it happens, amazing. I'll be the first to tell you. But again, I'm the first to tell you now, ever since we lost this low, we're just going to continue lower. And all these bullish moves are corrective moves up to continue lower eventually, because we have not yet invalidated our bearish targets down to 4 cent and 3 cent and potentially even lower. Thank you guys so much. Like, subscribe and comment. If you want me to teach you all of this, I have mentorship and a course that is currently 50% off down to 150 over on my Twitter. Use the link underneath this video to head over to my Twitter because there are scammers about. Thank you guys so much. Like, subscribe and comment, and peace.